I mean, you know, it's a gangster city.
All day.
Ain't none of that. Nigga, you can't come to the city rat. No rats.
First, you guys gotta subscribe to Marathon Kev. Anything Nipsey related, justice for Nip, I bet you he's a source. He broke a lot of the news out there. I'm gonna pin his channel in the comments. If you ain't a hater, you know what time it is. LA, the mecca of gangbanging. If you were ever in the gangs, from the celebrities to the suburbs.
Keep it real. I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was. You lucky on that day I was acting cool cuz I told you I ain't got time for that, but today I got time cuz.
If you were ever in the gangs, all across the nation, you either wanted to be associated with the LA gang or respected by them, except for Chicago, because they were gangbanging just as long, if not maybe even longer, than LA. If you see a Chicago and the LA gang member in the same room, run fast. No, not because it's gonna get violent, because they might on their dead homies or on their gang you to death.
I don't even drink. Like I smoke, gang, on King David. Like, I gotta be on point. On BD.
Put everything on King Davis. Maybe I should say on King Five Fingers, because that's my home.
There you go. That's a good one.
King Five Fingers.
Who is that, shorty?
Yeah, I'm not a shorty. I'm a real destruction.
Man, that's how I told shorty on King David. Look,
King Five Fingers is my own boy.
On King David,
From
King
55th
David, Boss Deal, shorty on BD.
But everywhere else, for sure, they want to look like LA, and if they could, they want to get close to the big homie of the set they wish they was from, at any cost. Do you know how much they would pay to be able to put it on Crip?
6-0 Crip, that's how I really rock.
They would pay extra to put it on Neighborhood Crip.
On my side, I'm a Crip. Ain't none of you, me too, nigga, West Side neighborhood.
They would pay an arm and a leg just to throw up the end fingers. I mean, Surf flew across the country for Big U's nephew, Tiny Draw's, C-Day dinner.
Yeah. You know me. You know I had to come out one time for my nephew.
Oh yeah.
Brothers for the back. I see that catch, my boy. How much for the catch?
Corrupts check.
Any given day? Okay, my boy. How much for the shirt? How much for the shirt?
Wiz donation.
That's the try, my boy. I see you drift out. Talk to me. How much your fake? Start with that. How much the hat?
T.I.'s donation.
Hey, I see your wrist. Your left wrist going crazy, my boy. How for the wrist?
Ooh, you know Big U getting money when he put out the Bow Wow piano fingers to show off the jewelry his extortion victims paid for on 6-0. But Surf flew across the country just so he could throw the end fingers and put it on 6-0 for Big U.
Nephew came way out here from the NY. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting on the chicken sandwich. You have me on 6-0.
Now there should be no reason you're putting it on 6-0 that you're waiting for a chicken sandwich. You're at dinner, Surf. We believe you. But to be able to do this, they would risk their whole neighborhood being part of a RICO.
Don't play with me in here. Don't play with me in here. On 6-0 Crip.
Look at T-Rex. He's a battle rapper that got jumped in at 40 years old.
Like, we know when he tried to make that joke about the whole, remember the selfie he took with the whole, like, oh, Rex was in a car crash or something? That ain't no car crash. That's from after coming out the backyard. Dead homies, like, ain't playing with nobody in this battle rap with no gang.
Just to be able to say this.
One of my favorite with the cuz got it on First Street. I know what's up.
Rex, you look too nervous saying that. It's not as confident as you saying Dot Mob. But essentially, that's what Tsu Surf did. See, ever since a youngin', Tsu Surf always wanted to be a gangbanger from California. He had Boys in the Hood on repeat. When he first landed in LA, he was like a kid at Disneyland, like a kid in the candy store. Pause. Should I put it in subtitles or something? I said when this knee landed, he was like a gay kid in the Man D store. Pause.
Look, you know the first person I see. Neighborhood. You know we going.
Welcome to the front.
Neighborhood.
Welcome to the front. That's where they shot Boys in the Hood at, man. Yo,
Hey, y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah, y'all know what's going on, cuz. We don't do no hotel rooms like that, all that extra shit. I'm coming straight to the 60s, you heard? Gang. Got this one in the 60s with the Chris. Got this one in the front. Hey, Wonder, what you doing out here with the Lokes? Hey, give me this ball. Hey, this the wrong place to get caught at, you heard? You gotta be in the car, pull it out right here. Manchester and Crane.
That's out.
And we don't want no smoke with these corners, you heard? No fat burger for me.
According to Surf, if you can't get felonies or get locked up, you a square in his eyes.
Calling squares.
You don't know if Channing Crowder is a square.
What is a square? In a room full of squares? All you squares.
What I'm telling you is, how do you know he is square?
All y'all is squares.
How do you figure that?
How not? What are you talking about?
You lost me. Explain what's your definition of square?
Cause I'm a street nigga. I'm from the track.
How you know he not? Answering my question.
Because you can't have no felonies. You can't catch no charges. Yes, it's certain you can't even do to be a football player. You gotta have damn near have a certain grade point average to even play college football. All these is squares.
It's my go. Tell me when you're gonna stop screaming.
All these niggas, no, cause I don't like that. How is a square calling a nigga?
You don't know. He might be a square, but you don't know if he is or he's not.
I do.
You don't know that.
You got time to podcast all day like the rest of you square.
Years old.
So is the rest of us in here.
I mean, Aaron Hernandez begs to differ. Deshaun Jackson said give him a call. Someone who's not a square to Tsu Surf, Big U. As a matter of fact, Big U is like royalty to all the Rollin 60s outside of California. From NY.
Y'all here in NY. Happy C-Day to my guy. You dig?
Pops is crazy. He didn't even call you son.
My big bro, Big U, called me and say, yo, we about to pull up with our nephew. You know what I'm saying, Nipsey? And I said, you know what? Fuck it. We gotta pull up for the bro. Heavy, Brooklyn.
To St. Louis.
We live. We live in St. Louis. In the loop, yeah. Actually in the loop. What's the Instagram? Our black local be hella man. I ain't call this nigga. We live. All day. Black local be hella man. Appreciate you. Man, you gotta shout out, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You gotta shout out. You gotta shout out. Nigga, who live though? Who live? You is live from the north. We saw them from St. Louis. Huncho D. St. Louis. Yes, sir. Huncho all day. What's your IG? What's your IG? You heard what he said. IG AMR_the Huncho. I could be on the right now. Check me out. Hold on.
Fed said, for sure, Huncho. We got you. We'll check you out from the top to the bottom. The only place Big U don't get love like this is in the Chi. In Chicago, Big U turns into the big unknown.
We out here with Big U.
We laughing it. Y'all laughing. Y'all trying to. Hey, don't put us in y'all laughing. Big U. No, Big U. Hey, Big U. He trying to say I look like Big U. No, you do. Look at this man.
Ooh, all right.
What that picture? What's the dude name? What that picture? Big U. He said that's Big U, y'all. What's that dude name again? What that picture of him there? I got a beard.
I know, just put them up on yours, it's better. Don't put me on that one.
Where the picture at?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who Big U is. No, he said it was him.
That's him. No, he said it was me.
I don't know Big U, but I don't think it's him. No, y'all don't be watching TV then. That's my name.
The dude he got the picture of is he said it's Big U.
Oh, you look like.
You don't have no. He a rapper?
Yeah. I mean, he a producer. Yeah, right there.
I'll see this shit.
Nah, he do.
But one of the places Big U got the most love was probably New Jersey.
Still a bunch of, man.
Straight like that.
Neighbor.
But like I said, you got Nipsey playing.
All of yours.
Who said they grip was better than one?
In Jersey, they don't play about their Rollin 60s crippin'. In their eyes, there was no difference between Crescent Lane and Crenshaw. The only thing they needed to work on was their C-walk.
Hey, yo, look at that feet. Hey, yo, look at that feet work. Hey, yo, look at that feet work.
But you couldn't tell nothing on anything else. As a matter of fact, they said the crippin' was so immaculate, they don't even know how they got into a RICO. But allegedly, this is how the story goes. And shout out to 600 and Wolf Row TV for breaking it down. Wolf Row is a neighborhood crip from Jersey, so you know he got the details. Around 2009, when Big U and Nipsey Hussle fell out because Big U helped put a Fed case on the whole damn tour bus.
Hustle TV, we getting it in right now, man. We in Salt Lake City, Utah. We on a tour bus. You feel me? This is how we getting it, man. This is lunch and dinner right now. 12-hour highway rides and all that. Feel me? Bush bean dip out the can. Bush stew. Feel me? Both ends of the bread. Like your boy Wilmer and Fred. Hey. Like my main man Doggy Dog say, cuz. Little honey, can we get in it though, man? What's going on? Nothing but the best, man. You know, this is dessert. I'm gonna get to these on the stage and all that. Getting it in though, man. You already know, Hustle TV. It's the update, man. Hustle.
Little did we know, once we re-registered it, it put it back on the hot list.
Oh.
But he been on the run 12 years. I only been home 3. So there's no way I could have been involved in what he was going on. But when the feds seen the bus moving, his son was on the bus. They tracking all that, so they hitting us in every state. And when I get back, they hit our house because they trying to track everything. Hit 21 people's houses.
Big U was looking for another artist to put that lifetime extortion deal on. Well, Surf almost went for it until he found out all the moves Nipsey was making, he did it himself. So Tsu Surf kind of backed off and he started rocking with Nip more.
Wow.
But after Nipsey passed, Big U started coming back around. That Debo tactic he was using in LA, he tried to do it to Jersey. Well, like LA, the 60s in New Jersey is big also. It's separated into different blocks. The side Tsu Surf was on was still messing with Big U. And when Big U tried to Debo his way onto Smith Street, allegedly he got ran off. But that might have been his biggest mistake, because they're asking how did the person that ran Big U off end up in the RICO? When they're not even a part of Tsu Surf's crew.
You know what I'm saying? He was trying to transition. So when him and Mozzie dropped that motherfucker Cousins album, that was his way to like try to transition to a regular rap artist. The Big Undercover was still mad because he couldn't get his hand in the bag. You feel me? So what he did was try to come out here to Jersey and turn against Surf, like Surf was on some foot. So when he came out for they hood for 6-0 day, I want to say that was 22, 23, because I was in a halfway house.
Yeah.
He came up here. That's the picture. The picture that y'all see that they got of him, he in Crescent Lane. That's on 6-0 day. That's either 2022 or 2023. You feel what I'm saying? Tried to go around and milk off niggas. It wasn't off him. The only that was really off him, he was cool in the lane, but certain wasn't off him. He was cool in Moth Bayway. That's why none of this got bagged though. This got bagged was Crescent in Smith Street. When he came through Smith Street, the homie Youngin kicked him off the block. He told him, like, yo, cuz, like, ain't nobody about to dictate how I politic out here, because he tried to come out there and basically dictate how cuz move. Cuz, like, yo, cuz, ain't nobody politicking, ain't nobody gonna dictate my politics out here. So he told Six Pack, like, yo, get the up out of here. Big Undercover wasn't feeling that shit. Like, who the fuck is this nigga to tell cuz to get me up out of here? You feel me? So, mind you, Smith Street and Crescent Lane wasn't even connected. Lil Smith is tagged on the Smurfing them RICO, and they wasn't even together. These is not.
They're also asking, how is Big U named the leader of the 60s on paper, but nowhere to be found when it came to doing time on the RICO?
Cool. He only turned in cuz because this wasn't off. Smelt his bullshit.
Right.
And the only here, he the 6-0 card up out here, cuz. That's real shit. He f***ed it up to the point, like, really looking at each other. That made me mad to where I'm like, yo, I gotta expose them, because it's like, yo, you got the 6-0 homies out here looking at each other like, yo, who telling? got bagged and stamped their whole life. Been certified. Y'all know these. How y'all looking at each other like rats? Ain't no. If you look at that RICO, cuz ain't no paperwork. None of them told on each other. Everybody took their time and went about their business. But the only that's in the RICO that ain't get no time out of it, it's this goofy ass bald head UG.
Right.
And I noticed around 2018, after Big U popped up on Facebook with them, from then on, they were able to identify the users and crimes on Facebook. But I might be reaching. You guys let me know. Because after Wolf Row said this, I said, I don't know if I could take his word anymore.
Finally, somebody gonna expose us. So when You're on Loose came out, I'm like, all right, now we got two reputable 6-0s exposing it. Come on. And this guy's fighter goes with the, nah, they lying. What the f*** they lying? I'm from here. He got up.
This man watching the exposures like it's CNN. And I'm just mad at Surf because he's a genius RICO. He knew how to avoid the RICO, but still made dumb decisions because his favorite movie is Menace to Society.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Listen, this is a save you from indictment class. That's all. This is a save you from it. That's all. This is Surf's Save Us from an Indictment 101. 101. If these are the weapons that we slide with, let's not put them on the gram.